Having a personal brand can make you a lot of money. It can help you to change the lives of the people who follow you. But most people will not be able to build a long-term personal brand. I know what I'm talking about because I've sustained my brand with Allah's permission for over a decade, and I currently make money by teaching people how to build their own personal brands. I'm going to share with you a secret from the Quran. The secret is for my fellow Muslims only, that will help you build a personal brand. It's going to be insane. And this secret will take you from being a regular influencer that gets some views but gets forgotten about in a year or two, to someone who becomes a leader that stays in the minds and the hearts of the people until they die and helps change their lives whilst benefiting himself. Let's go. Alhamdulillah wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah amma ba'd. In this video, I'm going to share with you why the overwhelming majority of personal brands that are being built out right now are going to fail. And if you want to build out a personal brand that's going to last long term and that's going to bring you lots of money and lots of impact for those that follow you, then you must listen to what I'm going to share with you in this video, inshallah ta'ala, because I'm going to share with you a lesson from the Quran and the Sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam that's going to help you to build out a solid personal brand. Now, before we get in to what that thing is, it's very important for us to accept that personal brands are essential in this day and age. I don't really want to make this an argument for why one should build out a personal brand, but I don't have to go any further than to mention who or what has more influence and what has more followers. Elon Musk or Tesla? Elon Musk. Richard Branson or Virgin? Richard Branson. Jeff Bezos or Amazon? Jeff Bezos. So on and so forth. Because of the advent of social media, which is all about personalities and be able to connect with people on more of a human level, personal brands are essential, and people are guiding their businesses' growth with the permission of Allah Azza wa Jal through their personal brands. Now, without any further ado, let's get into what this lesson is that I believe is going to really, really help you to build out a personal brand that's going to be intensely impactful and intensely profitable. And inshallah ta'ala, it's going to be something that I benefit from the Quran. Now, what you have to understand is that if you're building up a personal brand on social media, you're placing yourself in a position of leadership. Why do we call them followers? They follow you because you are the leader. They're the words that we use, influencers. What do leaders do? They influence behavior. So in essence, when you're building up a personal brand, you are becoming a leader. Now pay attention. What makes a great leader? Now, I'm going to do a video in depth about lessons from the Quran and the Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ on leadership, because leadership is something that's so important in every single aspect of life. Because the Prophet ﷺ said, "Kullukum ra'in wa kullukum mas'ulun an ra'iyatihi," or kama qala. Every single one of you is a shepherd to his flock, and you will be asked and questioned about your flock. The mother is a shepherd; she's a leader in some capacity, right? The father is a leader in the house. The CEO is the leader of the entire company, all right? And then there are people that have leadership positions within the company, right, where they have direct reports from those that are beneath them, and so on and so forth. Ulama are leaders, scholars are leaders. So the point is that leadership is something massive, and we are struggling. We don't know our left from our right when it comes to leadership. People are placed in positions of leadership that have no right being in that position. So we need to educate ourselves on this, and I'm very passionate about this topic, which I'll be sharing more about. But let me just share with you a fundamental lesson that I believe will help you build out a personal brand that will be so successful, inshallah ta'ala, that it will help change the lives of those that follow you, and it will help make you a lot of money too. Let's go to the story of Musa alayhi salam. Musa alayhi salam and his people are in the desert. They're wandering. And there's no water source. There is no source of water. And when there's no source of water that's available, what do? You're going to die. Simple as. So the people, they turned to Musa alayhi salam. They said, "Ya Musa, make dua to Allah to give us water." So what does Musa do? Allah says, وَإِذِ اسْتَسْقَى مُوسَى لِقَوْمِهِ. Musa turned to his Lord and he begged him, "Ya Allah, give my people water." Musa turned to his Lord and begged his Lord to give water to his people. Guys, he didn't ask for himself. He asked Allah to give water to his followers. In other words, he was more concerned for his people than he was for himself. And this is the secret of leadership. And this is what makes great leaders. When they are genuinely concerned for their people more than they are for themselves. You see, we've got it twisted. We believe our followers are there to serve us. Rather, we are there to serve those that follow us. And those that are successful leaders, even if they are devils in disguise, wolves in sheep's clothing, is because they at least present the facade of I am concerned for you. I'm looking out for you more than I'm looking out for myself. Now, whether you're sincere or genuine is between you and Allah Azza wa Jal. But if you can communicate a sense of authenticity and genuine care for those that follow you, then the people will what? They will follow you. Now, I'm not saying you should seek leadership or you should try to be the biggest voice in the room, because no, we have a sickness and a disease of the heart, which is hubbur riyasa, which is the love of leadership. And not everyone is fit to be a leader. In fact, most people that want to build out a social media personal brand shouldn't. Sit down, stop talking, sit back. Because you're gonna create more corruption and misguidance than you would actually benefit people. But for those, and this is a video for those that actually are sincere and they have the knowledge that's appropriate and they're gonna be obedient to Allah Azza wa Jal and they want to build out this personal brand to build their business, then guess what? For them, guys, you have to be sincere. Remember, a business transaction is what? It's a transaction. It's a transaction, which means you want something in return, but you've got to give those that you transact with something else. And if what you're giving them is more valuable than what they're giving you, then they will love you and they will support you. And better than anything else, they will benefit from you. They will actually be impacted and their lives will change on the back of what you give them. That's why, for example, we have Brother Sam Amin, who's one of our clients. He's actually a client that I've been helping build out his personal brand. And one of the reasons that I decided to help him build out his personal brand was because he's doing something monumental for the ummah. Whereas people, when they want to invest in property, they finance these projects with loans that have riba. And he, Allahumma barik, has built a business and an initiative that helps Muslims invest in property without engaging in the riba. He gathers funds through the community. He is a trustworthy guy with a track record. None of his investors have ever lost money with him with Allah's permission. And to the best of my ability, that's what I'm aware of. And guess what? He's helping Muslims create wealth with Allah's permission without riba in an environment, in an industry that's fully riba invested. So I decided to take him on as a client. Because when we help build people's personal brands out, we take them from zero to hero with Allah's permission. And we can't do that for everyone. Because it's, with great power, as Uncle Ben said, with great power comes great responsibility, right? So this is very powerful too. We don't do it for everyone. So the point that I'm getting at is that when you sit with Sam, he genuinely is concerned for wanting Muslims to become wealthy. His goal, his mission is to have $1 billion in Muslim wealth invested in real estate development projects, riba-free. Allahumma barik. That's a mission where you can see the guy wants to serve you. He wants to serve them. So now, of course, he's here to do business. He's going to make money in return. But guess what? As Allah said, هَلْ جَزَاءُ الْإِحْسَانِ إِلَّا الْإِحْسَانِ. Is there any reward for good other than good? If we treat people in a way that's good, they will repay you back. Most of us are so concerned. How can I make the quick win? How can I look out for myself? Akhi, you won't last long. That's why you're concerned with just the newest hack on social media. That's why you're concerned with just vanity metrics, i.e. views and followers and subscribers that don't actually benefit from you, and then thus they do not transact with you. And if they do transact with you, they realize that you're a phony and you actually are underwhelming in terms of the product or service that you deliver, so they do not benefit from you. And then they leave with a sour taste in their mouth and your reputation goes down the drain. If you want to be a leader, be concerned for your followers, be concerned for the people, and genuinely want their betterment over yours. Genuinely want to put them first. Great leaders, you know what they do, guys? Because they're so concerned for their followers, they change their followers. Are you changing your followers? Do you want to change your followers? Or are you just concerned about your pockets? You won't grow, you won't last. Selfishness, it won't work. Allah says in the Quran, وَمَنْ يُوقَ شُحَّ نَفْسِهِ فَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْمُفْلِحُونَ. The ones who overcome the stinginess of their soul are the ones who are successful. People can smell a stingy man from far away. He just cares about himself. He's selfish. But the ones who actually are concerned for those that can see from a mile away. So for that reason, my question is, and this for those of you that already have a personal brand. And if you don't have a personal brand, then start thinking. If you want to build one out, how are you going to change people's lives? How are you going to impact their life and make them better? How are you going to make them better? How are you going to make them better? That's the question. And here's the thing. When you make them better, you don't want to make them carbon copies of yourself. What do you want to do? You want to make them better than you, or better, but different to you. Imam Ibn Taymiyyah, rahimahullah ta'ala, look at how many leaders he produced. Imam Ibn al-Qayyim, Imam Ibn Kathir, Imam al-Zahabi, Imam Muhammad ibn Hadi, Imam al-Dhahabi, right? I think I already might have mentioned his name. And the list goes on. Imam Ibn Muflih. Imam he produced. And you know what's actually so interesting? Who was Imam Ibn Taymiyyah's greatest, most known student? Imam Ibn Qayyim. When you look at Imam Ibn Qayyim, when you look at his writings and his works, it's completely different to Ibn Taymiyyah. His style is completely different. Even the things that he goes in and talks about, completely different. Of course, there's similarities, but you can see that this is not a cut and paste. It's not a copy and paste. This is not a carbon copy. Ibn Taymiyyah, what this man did was such a great leader, rahimahullah ta'ala, that he produced a student that was going to be completely different to him. Yeah, an imam in his own right. Most of us just want people to be like us, follow our trend. No. God, and this is where it comes down to actually being concerned for your people. I don't want him to be a copy and paste to me. I want him to be better than me. I want him to be different to me. I want him to serve the ummah in a way where I can't. So how do you spark the seed that makes them leaders? And this is the point that I'm trying to get at. Leaders are so concerned for their people that leaders produce leaders. Some of us want to keep our followers as followers. No. Leaders produce leaders. When I'm building out the personal brands of our clients and when we're building out their businesses and their funnels, we're not thinking, and by the way, we are obviously a sales and marketing agency. We provide sales and marketing solutions and consultations. So we either do the work for you in terms of sales and marketing or we give you the consultation that's required. Now, you would think then, well, if that's the case, then other sales and marketing agencies wouldn't be able to benefit from us. In fact, some of our most common students and clients are actually people that already have social media marketing agencies. Sometimes I'm on a live call in our Righteous Skills Academy and we create websites for clients. And I will see a student who creates websites and I'll see a guy in the call that needs a website. And instead of selling our website, I'll say, Akhi, so-and-so does a website. Akhi, can you guys make the deal? Can you make it happen? Can you make it happen? Go and connect with each other in the DMs. And I can't explain to you how many of them had made deals where they're transacting with each other. I could have swooped in and taken the sale, but no, you know why? I've got to look out for my people. And guess what? Automatically, the result of that is I will be taken care of. By Allah, number one, do you think that guy's going to forget? You think he's not going to make a referral to me when someone comes to him with a task that he can't deliver? Of course he is, because he understands the favor that I did for him. So when you look out for people, guess what? They will look out for you. But don't be concerned with what you get in return. Be more concerned in terms of what you can give, and I promise you'll be able to change the game with the permission of Allah Azza wa Jalla. So, again, I don't want to make this too long. A real leader is desperately concerned for his people. He can't sleep at night. He's worried. He's worried. Why do so many people love Elon Musk, even though I think he's a devil in disguise? I want us to find a place on Mars for human race to live and survive if we destroy the planet. And he gives the impression, I'm so concerned. AI, it's going to destroy us, it's going to kill us. If he was really concerned about humanity, then he wouldn't have given his unwavering support to the Zionist regime when they are destroying our brothers and sisters and dropping bombs on them, right? But the point is he gave that facade. Why is it that the tensions were so high in the USA in this past election? Because everyone was like, I'm looking out for my people, my group. They really leveraged that. I'm concerned for you. So people are ready to bear arms. And not that I'm saying that is good or encouraged or anything. I'm just talking about what is as a matter of fact. So make people your priority. Make them concerned. And guess what? Impact them and change their life and turn them into leaders. And they'll throw money at you. Here's the kicker. If the money is what you're after, your genuineness and authenticity won't be present and you won't even get the money in the first place. Or you'll get it temporarily, then it will go. But actually focus and care. Which is why, and this is perfect, and this is where I'll bring it to a close, this is what our ethos at Righteous and Riches. We're trying to help Muslim businesses align their goals in terms of their wealth with the akhirah. Because if your akhirah goals are aligned with your business goals, then it becomes, and it's genuine and sincere, I'm doing this for Allah's sake. You just got to ask yourself, okay, whatever I'm serving the ummah with regards to whatever I'm doing, I just got to find a way to make my intention for Allah's sake, to actually help the ummah of the Prophet ﷺ. And then I make money in return. And that's how I can have authenticity. But I don't believe it's possible for you to genuinely have a cause that you actually care for sincerely for the people where you can profit in return, where it's sincere, unless it's for Allah's sake. So whatever it is that you're doing in terms of your business, ask yourself, how can I make this intention one where I'm serving the deen of Allah? Now, with that said, if you guys are interested in our sales and marketing solutions, you can book a strategy call below with one of my team members. They will give you an absolutely free consultation. These are guys that have helped their clients make millions of dollars just on the back of consultancy. Millions of dollars just on the back of consultancy. And they will give you consultation in terms of what to do, how to do it, whether you should go into building a personal brand, whether you should go into doubling down in terms of your digital ad spend, Google ads, whether you need to build out your website, improve your funnel, whatever have you, they will give that to you. But just so you know, this call is only available for those that are already making 5, 10K plus a month from their businesses, because we can't give these strategy calls to anyone. So if you do register for that call and you're not qualified, the call will be cancelled, just so you're aware. So click the link below, inshallah ta'ala, and book that call. And let's see if we can make a leader out of you on social media. With that said, may Allah bless you. Subhanakallahumma bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa ant astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum.